Later this week, state lawmakers will discuss amending current laws to include the transgender community. Transgender issues have led to federal action in North Carolina, a controversy Massachusetts is trying to avoid. Our Andy Mattison has more. Andy?
Well, good evening, Tricia. Controversial issue is certainly one way to accurately describe it, but it's an issue that several states have been looking at. As you mentioned, in North Carolina, there have been federal lawsuits now recently, but Massachusetts is taking up this issue later this week and hopes to find some common ground. As a transgender woman, Connie Englert hopes new legislation will make it easier for people like her to use public facilities.
And certainly goes a lot more beyond bathrooms. It's a matter of universal access, and we're really asking for nothing more than what anybody else has. It's just really that simple.
Later this week, the state Senate will look at a bill. It would increase protections for the transgender community. The issue has made national news because of a controversial law in North Carolina over what public bathroom a transgender person can use. The Massachusetts bill seeks to avoid that part of the issue.
The bill would allow individuals who identify as transgender to utilize the bathroom of the sex that they identify with.
But it is not without controversy and criticism from those who feel it would put certain people at risk when using a bathroom or locker room.
The primary concern is the privacy and safety of women and children who don't want to be ogled by or exposed to naked men in restrooms and locker rooms.
State lawmakers are looking at expanding an existing law banning housing discrimination and workplace discrimination. In North Carolina, the Department of Justice has intervened. And as Massachusetts becomes the latest state to take on the issue, the hope is they can find common ground for both sides.
The best solution is to have a family restroom or a single occupancy restroom in as many public places as possible.
Massachusetts has had a long track record of civil rights and doing the right thing, and this is that last piece of the puzzle of doing the right thing.
Now, this will be up for discussion in the Senate on Thursday. If they vote, it will then go to the House. This would be the first step before any changes are made and anything becomes law. But of course, it is a very controversial issue. There have been concerns raised by people, mostly former ESPN and analyst Curt Schilling, about whether or not the proper gender should be in which bathroom. All of that will be up for discussion on Thursday. Tricia, I'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Andy.